Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go right into this. My name is Daryl Guberman. For 22 years, Boeing gave up their supplier inspection to a piece of paper. Yes, I know it might be tough for you to hear, but I'm going to show this to you real quick. I'm not going to go into too much detail. The rest of the data will be down below this. An article came out most recently, today as a matter of fact. FAA chief vows to hold FAA regulator Boeing 2009 to present accountable for safety violations, European magazine. That's going to be down in the description. But I'm going to show you this because I think it is absolutely vile that Boeing gave duty to their accreditation body, that they sit on the board. The American National Standards Institute and the American National Accrediting Board are both accreditation bodies. ANSI took over complete control over ANAB in 2018. Boeing sits on ANSI's board and ANAB's board, the board of directors as well, to give the ship probably a crash landing because they demand this on their supplier portal, ANSI ANAB. They demand it. And also either ANSI ANAB or international equivalent. So you have Boeing sitting on ANSI, you have the FAA sitting on ANSI, Department of Justice sitting on ANSI, also you have the FBI sitting on ANSI, FAA as I showed you, and FDA, and what have you. And this is what they said in they came out with a supplier bulletin in 2002. They came out with this, and this is your supplier bulletin, okay? And it basically states on-site Boeing survey of supplier's quality system if need be. When they say survey, it's actually audit. Our preference is to deal with proven suppliers with excellent quality performance and not have to do on-site quality system surveys, which means this. Here's your AS9100 certificate, a partner in failure, of course, and it's so very true. That bulletin said, okay, supplier, send in your certificate. Excellent, you're ANSI ANAB accredited. Oh, yes, and you know something? We sit on the board, so we have control over what's good and what's not. In fact, they sat on the board that can grant, suspend, and withdraw certification, and they kept all these certs just chugging along. Somebody must be getting a little bit of cash. Oh, I better not say that. Maybe, could be, possibly. But here it is. Send in your AS9100 certificate. We're going to go from scratch now. I went off base a little bit, but nevertheless, it's still true. The supplier sends in their AS9100 certificate. Boeing's receptionist or whatever, quality guy or the purchasing, checks that off the list. Send in your parts. Send in your parts. They start sending in the parts. Boeing, because of that bulletin, does not have to go and inspect that supplier. It could be being made out in a swamp. It could be made in a gutter. It could be made in somebody's garage. All because they have the ANSI ANAB certification that Boeing sits on. I'm going to leave it here. And last question I have. Does a piece of paper prove their quality? Does it? Well, for this guy, it proves his performance bonus. He doesn't have to send any more inspectors, spending on a hotel and food and all the rest of that. For 22 years, it appears that they've been doing this. Nobody has said anything different. I have not seen another bulletin that said, we're coming in to visit you. I hope and I pray that they were smart enough to actually do sample inspection at these suppliers, but nothing is ever said about that. I leave it there, 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS @yahoo.com. I thank you.